I have alteration to do on this shoulder, but I need to remove the sleeve in order to do this alteration. I already have a measurement marked in place, so now I'm just going to pick loose the seams of the sleeve and separate the sleeve from that shoulder so I can get the shoulder altered. I know that there's a particular thread you can pick and it will unravel this without cutting every stitch like what I'm doing right now. But this to me is just as easy because it is an isolated area. It's not the entirety of the sleeve that I have to remove. So I'm just getting it started, and once I get it started, I'll get in there with my razor blade and it'll pop off really fast. So get these seams going. Yep, and there's an opening. Just made a hole. So I will get a razor blade now and start popping the seams loose. I like using the razor blades. For one, they're faster. Two, it's a cleaner cut, I think. Find where the hole is at. Oh, there it is. Okay. If you're using a razor blade on chiffon, you really need to be sure you're comfortable with that type of stitch removal device, because once you cut chiffon, there's no repairing it unless it's going to be hidden inside another seam. There's my hole. So now I'm going to go on the inside because it's easier for me to rip these from the inside. I feel a little safer doing it that way. I'll go over an inch on my measurement so that I can have plenty of seam allowance on both sides to take in the shoulder. So I'm just pulling it as I pop the seams. I don't want to pull it too tight because it is chiffon. It's a delicate fabric, especially if it's a true chiffon. The synthetic chiffons are a little more durable than the true chiffons, but either one is a delicate process. Can't handle it like you would blue jeans, that's for sure, or even cotton. So I'm just popping my seams open. I pull to expose the threads. As I go, I cut the threads and keep pulling the two fabrics, separating the two, and opening up with this razor blade. I used to use the razor blades that has the handles on them. I did that for probably like maybe a year before I decided just to try a razor blade. I believe, if I remember right, it was by accident anyway that I did a blade because I was in a rush and my device that I had that had the handle, the razor that had the handle on it, wasn't where I could reach it without having to get up. And so I had right beside me all the spare blades in the drawer of where I was sitting at, and I just opened up a empty blade and used the blade and found that I had more control by using only that blade. So ever since then I've started buying razor blades and I use those now. All right, a little trick here. You can see all of the thread that I just picked loose. If you take this razor blade and just rub right across, look at that. It keeps you from having to do this. Picking. So, all right. We have the sleeve removed now. And this shoulder is now ready for me to alter it. And I will come back with another part to show you the other steps.